Look at this little thing. It's a baby steamroller. All right. What the heck did I just buy? This thing is super cool. It's really random, and I think it's gonna be perfect for a bunch of stuff out here. Hi, bud. Diesel. Turbo, diesel, and the turbo diesel. The big old Ford. Well, we brought that thing home no problem. So what that is, part motorcycle, part steamroller. Yet neither. It is a Brutus lawn roller, and it literally is a mini roller. Asphalt companies use it, lawn maintenance companies use it, and I'm gonna use it for some really fun stuff. We're gonna do a big parking pad down here, that kind of stuff. So that's part of the use for it. Also, just everything here is lumpy, gross. It's been just a ranch for forever. So I want to clean it up, want to dial things in and start just making things nicer. Because, I don't know, I feel that'd be a fun thing to do in my spare time. There's also stuff like here, this patch back here, which is just empty. The seller had equipment back here and it's all lumpy and gross. What I'm going to do, rototill it all up, level it out, and then use that thing to flatten it down before we throw some nice, base on it. Maybe we'll scrape off some of the topsoil and stuff too, just so we can throw a good base down and have something really sturdy here. Because this is probably going to be a common parking spot because it's nice and close to the house. What else? Oh, well, I really fancy myself a trail runner. I just want to have trails. I want to have trails for walking the dogs, for driving things with motors, and for just enjoying. It's a beautiful property. There's lots to see and do. And the more accessible it is, the better. So I got a lot of trails to cut. And I got trails back there, trails in there, trails in there. And I think it'd be really cool to link them with like some nice, paths that are flat. Like if I could one wheel on these paths or mountain bike, whatever. I mean, like you can have a pretty rough path for that, but a one wheel, that'd be like my my go-to. A longboard, like one of those motorized longboards or whatever, a one wheel thing. If I can rip down one of those things with my dogs, just for kicks, that would be a good friggin' time. And that is the goal. I think this thing can make myself a nice little, very level, packed down 3 or 4 foot wide path. That'd be awesome for all that kind of stuff. When it's packed down, it's also good for weed suppression without having to use a bunch of chemicals and stuff. So that's my other thought there. Anyways, that's just me thinking out loud. I'm going to grab the skid steer now and unload this thing. We purposely put it on a pallet so that I can get it off really easily. So I got straps to take off of this thing to get it off the truck. And then we'll just pop her down and we'll take it for a little spin. That thing, well, we'll talk more about it in a bit. Let's get the skid steer. All right. All right. I probably can't film this because this is my phone. Let's see how this goes. Clear the truck, slow her down. Like a pro. I'm actually kind of a noob at this. That worked. There she is on the ground. Hoorah. Didn't drop you guys, didn't drop the Brutus. All right, back to the shed. Look how cute this thing is. just a little baby. Looks like it's fresh out of like World War II or something too. It's got the old school kind of speeder bike vibe, in my opinion. But yeah, again, looks, I don't know, looks like a motorbike to me, kind of. It's got two wheels, kind of counts, right? It's got no steering, it's got no brakes. I mean, your steering is literally you just push on these with your feet and you just push it one way or the other because it's articulating in the middle. Really neat. It's basically a motor. This, I think it's called a Lovejoy connection. This little rubber dude in there that links up with the transmission, which is a really cool transmission. You just go reverse, forward, and that's it. And you can just shift on the fly between the two. Nice little throttle in there to adjust your speed. And the chain drive just runs this chain, or sorry, the transmission runs this chain, which rotates this front drum. So this guy weighs like 550 pounds. You fill up the drums with water, and it weighs 1,100 pounds. They spec your operator to be anywhere up to 200, and that's how this thing weighs 1,300, up to 1,300 pounds, which I think puts something down like 35 PSI on the leading edge, the rolling edge, something like that, which apparently is a pretty good deal. So they use these for clay tennis courts, for laying down sod. Like I said, I'm use it. People use it for maintaining driveways. Asphalt companies use it for packing asphalt. So if it can work for them, it can work for me and my goofy little project. So anyways, got this from a cool dude that owns an asphalt company locally, and apparently he just buys these things to fix them up because he thinks they're cool. And he said he had 7 of them, and now he has 1 less. But they use them, and I guess it's his hobby. He buys them cheap, fixes them up, and sells them. Earmarked that I got an especially good deal. So I will hound guys for a good deal personally. But anyways, I'm super excited. End of the season. That's probably also why I got it, for what I got it for. Otherwise it'd be sitting until the spring. So anyways, let's fire it up, have some fun. It's so tiny. It's this little unit. Like it's like 4 feet long, and I don't know. It's only these rollers are only 2 feet wide. Oh, that pivots. That's cool. So it's actually got this articulating joint in the center, which is pretty neat. Which is actually really cool because you can really go over uneven terrain to then, you know, sculpt it, mold it, flatten it out, that kind of thing. So comfort, ergonomics, not super high on this thing, but man, this thing looks so much fun. Let's give her a go. Here we go. I'll leave her in gear and she'll stay, which is again obvious. So neutral. This thing was running like an hour ago. All right, fuel on. Little Briggs & Stratton. I've seen these things with Hondas, other motors too, but yeah, all right. Choke. There's the choke. All right. Choke on. Let's give her one without. Here we go. Again, might be lacking a little on the safety features. Let's put her in the gear and go for take her out for a rip. There we go. Got some forward momentum. Okay, so the problem was it threw a chain. So what I've done is I've looped it back in through the one around. It's off there, but I'm going to start it and then throw it in drive, and it should pick that up. So let's give her a go. Stop the fuel off. All right, drive. Boom, there we go. All right, change back on. Let's keep more driving. All right, now we got to drop the power. Woo! Let's go. Nice to see you She's an interesting unit. The chain throwing is kind of annoying. I'll have to mess around with that some more, but cool. It is what it is, and we'll see if she's going to work for what I need her to work for. If not, I'm sure she'll work for some landscaper in the city next summer, but I think I'm going to have some fun this winter. So, this fall, rather, making some trails. So, we'll see. Got to get more comfortable on it. It's a little sketchy. I'm not sure how close. That thing probably just swings right closed. So, don't want your feet getting stuck in there. But, yeah. Pretty cool little unit. We'll do some work with it. It does roll flat. That's like a first little initial pass. So, it works flat. Again, I'm going to rototill this all up. We're going to see how nice of a job we can do with it. And that'll be later this week. So, that's freaking hard. Look at, like, that's well packed. This is moist ground. But it's packing it super nice first try. So that's pretty good. Ideally, though, I do want to have this all rototilled up. And then I want to level it. Look at this little thing. It's a baby steamroller. A baby steamroller motorbike go-kart thing. It's a lawn roller. I'm just rolling the lawn out here. It rained. You can see, look at that. Bit by bit, we're gonna smooth this this really rough yard out for no other reason than I just feel like doing it. And it seemed kind of fun. You can see the difference. You can all see where I missed things. Oh well.